everyone, this is Matt from Rubicon Matt. Hey, on this adventure I'm heading to a familiar hip campsite, but I want to share where it is and what it is because it's a great place, and now I'm willing to share it because I just want other people to enjoy it. As I travel into the hip campsite, you'll kind of see the terrain that I go through and the beautiful sky views, right? And I'm going in early evening, and I really found out I really don't like setting up at night. There's so many more bugs and things, and I just wasn't used to it. But anyways, here I go, enjoy this journey into the hip campsite, and then later on in the video, I'll be going overlanding and sharing the locations where I'm going as well when I wake up the next day. So please enjoy. Oh yeah, and this is a 2-night, 3-day adventure, and I do fishing at a couple locations that I'll share with you as well. Isn't this a very good drive back to a hip campsite? It's pretty long, it's off-road but not severe, and you really get to travel and get really remote by yourself. So anybody who has a, there goes our bunny rabbit, anybody who has a, likes hip camps or wants to try their overlanding with a, do some camping with a tent, this would be a great place to go. Well, I'm here. I made it to the site. Kind of saw me driving back here. I don't know if you saw that pink sky back there. It's pretty. Well, now I gotta get things set up, and I'm gonna prepare for rain because there's a chance like around 4 o'clock this morning, early morning, that it's gonna rain. So I'm gonna get things set up, and we'll be back in touch. Personally, I'd rather arrive to a site a little earlier so the bugs aren't out. So when you turn your headlamp on, there's a bunch of bugs kind of swarm around you while you're trying to put everything together. And it's just better to have it all together in my book during the days when the bugs aren't so bad. But I get through it, and it's just another experience, right? Well, I got the tent set up. It's really getting dark out now. It's real dark now. 9:30. Back end of my Jeep lights lighting up the area. LEDs, they don't take a lot of power. And so it's pretty easy to set up. So I'm just gonna get the rest of the camp set up, and I'll get back to you. I'm glad I put the rain screen on last night. That's rain coming down. We're only a 10% chance of rain today. It's coming down. Wasn't expecting this. Well, good morning. Man, it's about 9 o'clock. It rained real hard this morning. I'm lucky I had my rain cover on, but it really wasn't supposed to rain. But it looks like that's the end of it, although it's really cloudy. And I got my fridge hooked up to my Jackery 500. There's not much sunlight, but overnight, my Jackery only went down to 81%. So it's sitting at 81% right now. So I'm pulling about 3 watts in this dark clouds, you know, recharging my Jackery. So hopefully the sun will get brighter, because I plan on staying overnight again tonight and leaving tomorrow like around noon. Right now I got kind of things settled. I'm gonna make some coffee and make some eggs and sausage. So I didn't really eat much when I got here last night. I had a peanut butter and honey sandwich before I went to bed. Didn't have time. And so just want to give you that update. Here's my view. I mean, it's still a good view, but I wish it was sunnier. Hopefully I'll be able to get to go fishing later. Oh yeah, it's gonna be good coffee this morning. I need it. Strong because I'm tired. It's been a long week at work, and it'll get me going. Put the rest of my and I don't mind using this press while I'm camping when I have my Helio Nemo to clean everything. It makes everything so much easier to clean. Maybe I'll talk about that a little bit later. Got some eggs going now, but I'm on a bad slope, so I was hurried today and hurried last night, so never really got comfortable where I was camping or where I was leveled off. But so my eggs are going to be a little blended together, I'd say. Well, I ended up having scrambled eggs. My eggs didn't turn out so well, so I just scrambled them. But it's starting to clear up, and my solar panels are starting to pick up more sun or more energy to charge my Jackery. So it's a 2-day event, so we'll see how it does and keeps my refrigerator and all my other things up and running for the next 36 hours. Got a great place underneath this giant old oak tree in the shade, having my coffee and finishing up my reading for the day. And then I'm going to decide what I'm going to do. Either hammock down there, just relax, or try to go fishing and overlanding. So we'll see if the coffee kicks in. Okay, the sun's out now. It's really lighting up my solar panel. So let's take a look at what kind of power it's inputting and recharging at. Go down here. So 69 watts, and 2 watts are going out to the refrigerator right now. When the refrigerator is running, it usually pulls out about 40, I think, when it's kicking it on. But it's a lot, and it just pulls these 2 watts. And the refrigerator is it's upside down, 36 degrees. And I'm actually moving up in power, 84% now. It was down to 78 earlier. So I am able to keep ahead of the game with my solar panel. So that's great news. horses out on my walk. Or flies all over them. So I walked back to camp and decided to go overlanding, and I tried to take a new type of photo or video and put my GoPro on the side, but it was sitting sideways. I thought then I could, when I turn it into my editing, it would go full screen, but it stayed sideways. So apologize for the video, but I thought I'd try this view heading out of the hip campsite. As you can see, I decided to go overlanding, and I will show you on Gaia GPS where I went today as I traveled around in some new areas, and also tried some fishing, which I'll show you where I went. This is called Nickel Valley Resorts, and you'll see a map coming up on Gaia GPS I'll show you, and you'll see where I highlighted where Nickel Valley Resorts is, so you can see exactly where I'm overlanding and the places I'm going. So check out the map here. I'll turn it over to it right now, but there's some cottages here you can rent out. It's middle of nowhere, and I'm not sure how good it is, but I just want to let you know where it is if you wanted to try to find a getaway. So here it is. There you can see the Nickel Valley Lodge, and then right below that where the tent is exactly where I'm camping. And then that's the hip campsite, so you should be able to find it if you go to hipcamp.com and look it up. But also look at all those roads that are out there, the grade ones. On the Gaia GPS, those show up, and it's easy to go out and just explore, find out where the good roads are, the more rugged roads and things like that. So enjoy. Here is where I end up. If you go down to that red trail mark and go down to where the water is, that's where I'm going. My next video is going to be exactly at that spot. Okay, so I just walked underneath the fence, and there is some water over here. I wonder why it's closed. Well, that parking, it's like an old park maybe. Maybe because it's at flood stage. Water does look high. There's something over there boiling in the water. Probably a turtle. I don't know. I don't know if it'd be good fishing or not. I don't know if it's all weeds underneath there. I might give it a couple casts. I don't
gonna go back.
Well, here I am at Dillon State Park. I'm out on a marina dock trying to catch some fish here. Found this spot after the other one had the road closed, so this is like a marina. Here, I'll go slow around so you can see it. A lot of water. And there's some boats over there behind me. So I'm just trying to see if I can catch anything here. Well, I did not have any luck here either, just to let you know. I cast on all sides and didn't catch anything. This is at the end of the marina. If you go down to Dillon State Park and just keep driving to the very end, there's a road called Dillon Hills Drive, and you take it down to the very end. If you open up your Gaia GPS, you can see it. That's where I'm at. No luck here. I'm gonna try to find another area. So I do some more overlanding before I head back to my campsite and cook up a great meal. Stay tuned. A little fast-moving stream. Ran into. Sorry for the loud fan noise. Here's a location where I'm at. Just came down that hill on the gravel road. Very nice area to overland. Found a spot at my campsite to do some hammocking. My goal is to lay in there for 1 hour and just relax. Here I am relaxing. You say, what the heck is that? That is something new. It's thought I'd try it, you know, or to get it set up in case I go on long journeys, which this is a 2-dayer and it's hot and might need to clean up, right? So it's one of these things that I can clean up, but I can put my Helio Nemo in it, and I'll show you, and turn it into a shower. So I'll kind of show you that setup a little bit later, but just wanted to let you know what that was in case you see it in the background. Well, it's dinner time. Going to have some boneless, skinless chicken thighs with some good seasoning, some zucchini, and some smokehouse roaster potatoes. A mix of yellow and red heirloom potatoes with tender skin and creamy flesh. So I'm going to fry these up, and I'm getting hungry. So here we go. Interesting. If you fry them in olive oil, they're good for you, but if you fry them in canola oil, it's bad for you. Getting cool out, got a good breeze. Olive oil's good for you, and it is a good brand and a good quality, which is important. I'll use one here. Kind of nice, all meat. You think 4's enough? Really cool. I'm cooking underneath this very old oak tree that you probably saw the pictures of. Getting cool out in the shade with little bits of sun, but not bad. Not warm at all. Like hot and comfortable. Time to eat. Doesn't that look good? Looks good, doesn't it? Looks filling. These red potatoes are interesting. Not interesting bad. Interesting good. Zucchini is always a hit. Tell you, when you're camping, chicken thighs are really good because they stay moist and they have a good flavor. Which do you prefer, dried white meat or moist and juicy chicken thighs? Let me know in the comments. Very good. I got some larger pieces of wood that are kind of wet, so I'm going to try to split them. So I'm going to use my axe. So it's always good that we have these tools here when you're overlanding, so you can pretty much ready for anything. Well, we'll see if I can do it. Again, my understanding is that you kind of just go straight down to the ground. You don't try to swing it like this, because that's how people chop off their legs. So you kind of go up and just come straight down into the ground. So here we go. That was easy. That's awesome. Get another one. It's wet, but it's good to get in the center. Just go straight down. I think I hit it on the head. I didn't. I think I hit it here. Went in like that. I didn't give it my all. Well, the first one went like butter. This one hasn't. There we go. Now the wood on the inside is drier, so that's why you do that. Always wear gloves when working with a knife when you're by yourself. We'll see if it's the birch or the fat wood. How many you think? How many strikes? Rained last night or this morning. You saw the video, you know that. This wood was out in the rain. Kind of shred up this birch. All right, how many strikes? Feel lucky tonight. Well, I'm saying 5. I'm 5. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I got it. That's amazing. You can see how big that fire is, or I got a lot of wood in there. A lot of that wood is wet though, so I'm trying to get a real hot fire going. And those big logs are wet, so hopefully they'll dry out by the time that other stuff underneath it burns, and then they'll catch fire. That's the plan. So far, a nice evening. Supposed to have no rain at all, and get down into the low 60s tonight. Should be a very comfortable night. Staying away from this fire because I don't want to get hot. Some fireworks tonight. That's cool. Looks like a much better morning than yesterday when it was raining. What a good morning. It's 59 degrees out. Crisp, not crisp, but comfortably cool and nice. Morning. First things first, let's check the jackery out and see what percent it's on running that fridge all night. 73. The temperature's 33. So you can see the power that it uses is not much. 73%. It was at 88% when I went to bed last night. So it could last a couple days. I'm impressed with the refrigerator and my jackery. Wow, what a great morning. Sun's coming up above that tree, then all this will be in the sun. Kind of looking forward to it because I'm kind of cold right now, chilly. But you saw my view, just sitting here and taking it all in and in the peacefulness. Because it's rough out there in the world, and so I want to share some encouragement with you. I'm going to read the last verse and then I'll read the rest of it. But this is a question, or here, this is a statement. Psalm 15. Very good. It says, whoever does these things will never be shaken. Wow, I'll take that. Like, what should I do? That's awesome. I mean, so if you hear that and you want not to be shaken, and shaken means like when bad times come, when you're pushed up against a wall of bad news, and you know, the economy now is in a recession, I understand. We've had 2 quarters of negative GDP. Just heard that just the other day. Gas prices are high, inflation's high, and you're pressed up. That's kind of shaken, like you won't crumble and break and fall apart. So how is that? So whoever does these things will never be shaken. Well, let's listen to what these things are. In Psalm 15, starting in verse 2, the one whose walk is blameless, who does what is righteous, who speaks the truth from their hearts, whose tongue utters no slander, who does no wrong to a neighbor, and casts no slur on others, who despises a vile person, but honor those who fear the Lord, who keeps an oath even when it hurts. I love that. And does not change their mind, who lends money to the poor without interest, who does not accept a bribe against the innocent. Whoever does these things will never be shaken. That's Psalm 15. What a great psalm. What a great lesson. And because you won't be shaken, because if you're doing these things, that means that you're full of the Spirit, and you're walking the right way, and when things get tough, you won't break, because if I can do these things, that means I'm following God. Now I have my power through Him. My strength comes from His strong right hand, not mine. So that's great encouragement. Let's not be shaken. Things are going to get tough, as we see it coming, and just enjoy the Lord, follow Him, and we'll get through this together. So I just wanted to share that encouragement this morning. Well, I got camp all packed up. Everything's cleared out. Left some good firewood for the next person. I'm going to go do some fishing now, and hopefully I'll catch something, right? And I'll take you along with that. And it's a new lake. Hopefully, I made a mistake. I went to one lake a couple years ago and was fishing, couldn't catch anything. And I asked somebody, a local that was driving by, I said, hey, what's the best bait to use in here? He says, you can't fish in there. There's no fish in there. It's a dead lake. I guess there's high sulfur content or something like that. So hopefully I can find something that has some good quality water and good fish. So this is where I end up. And if you look at the top red marker, it says good fishing hole. And you drive back in these areas, you'll have some good overlanding. So enjoy that and see if you can find it. And plus there's a great place to camp only during the winter months. It's a campsite for hunting, but I've camped there before, and I think it might be a good place to do a meetup. Take a look, drive out there, check it out, and let me know what you think about a meetup campsite out there. So now I'm heading back to the place where I just showed you on the map to see how it does for fishing. So here I am driving up to the spot on the map that I just showed you that said it was a good fishing hole. So take a close look and see what you think. I just wonder if there's fish in this. I don't see anything swirling. It's kind of that darkish water. I don't know if it's that water that fish really don't grow in or are able to live, but I saw a bunch of tadpoles when I was here a while ago, so I don't know. I might cast a few and just see if anything happens. I might walk down there, see if there's a place to cast in, because it's pretty overgrown, even just to get even just to get to the pond. It is pretty. I have to move it quick so it doesn't sink into it. See, someone will come up and grab it. After casting several times and just there's a lot of weeds, it's really not that deep of pond. I really didn't think I would see any fish, but I eventually did see a fish up against the bank. A little smallmouth bass or small or largemouth bass. It's hard for me to tell. And so I really wouldn't recommend this place as a fishing. Maybe in the fall when all the growth dissipates. So I went over to where my Jeep was and threw a couple more casts. But as I was casting, I really had no luck. But you'll hear a falcon screech here in just a couple seconds as it was flying over. A falcon up there. Or a hawk, you could hear it calling. I want to thank you for watching Rubicon Matt Overland and appreciate any feedback that you guys have, and please put them in the comments section what you like and what you don't like so I can try to improve the page. And thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe. God bless.
Oh, how easy it's to forget. Still thinking about how